Quick views from everybody on the ART bill, what it means for the industry and for yourselves, any key changes, good, bad, quick thoughts.
I think
Any one of you can take it here.
Nitish, it's in an early phase. I think that draft needs few changes. We should always refer to established countries who've been having the ART bill or law for quite few decades. I think our draft bill requires few changes, and I think it's a good move that it has been posted to the select committee now. But I think it's a commendable move, overall commendable move. I think because patients would have more confidence in going through the treatment. It would set up legitimate expectancy in their mind. I mean, now some tier 2, tier 3 city patients expect that once you pay that much amount, it's 100% successful treatment that you are going and paying and getting a baby out of it. So I think that expectancy has to come into the minds of the patients. And I think with the transparent reporting and a centralized registry, I think patients could log on to the centralized registry as they do in US, see the success rates of various clinics, and then choose a doctor. I think that would bring in transparency. And I think overall, having an ART bill, regulating the clinics, having standardized processes, patient confidence, central registry.
Or even sorry to check, but even a common definition of success rate, which can vary. I mean, you can have many.
I think now it's pretty much standardized. Either you report clinical pregnancy or live birth. I think those are the international recognized norms. I mean, whenever you put a success rate, whatever number you put, I think after that you should put what kind of a success rate are you
talking
about. I think combined all these factors should bolster the overall sector in a very nice way in the coming years.
Kiran?
We've been very big advocates of this for a long time, Nitish. So for us, the transparency, the reporting, and the ethics, as far as the whole treatment is concerned, is something that we were, we're very vocal about it, and we welcome the art bill. Obviously, there are a few areas probably which need to be ironed out, but HFEA in UK has been a great example of how detailed they actually go in terms of reporting. Probably that's a little too extensive, but it sort of gives a clear picture on every part of the patient journey that gets recorded, including the clinical pregnancy and the live birth. All of that has to be reported there. US has a little more, sort of an ease version of it, but we can take the best of both. And once that happens, I think we are on the, on the world map as far as fertility treatments are concerned. So I think that's my view there.
So you're saying it'll have a pan-industry impact in terms of how it is in the Indian industry is viewed in the world as well, because now you got standardization as a
yes, clear, absolutely.
That's very interesting.
And here there needs to be some sort of a discipline also needs to be set in certain places. It's a very good thing in terms of having always a third check on what we are doing. Sometimes I think it's that accountability and the credibility of the whole industry itself improves.
So on the lighter side, I'm sure if anybody in government is hearing this, they'll be very happy that industry captains are welcoming regulation, but doesn't happen very often. Shobhit, any quick views? Your thoughts?
So especially like people like us, like who are pretty much following, ART guidelines, right? So as one example, Kshitiz was giving 74 years, old lady getting pregnant. It's not a great thing, right? Because nature has not created a human body for that, right? Of course, you can transfer an embryo and somebody can get pregnant, but right? So ART bill says that it has to be 50 years the max age. We are following that for last 15 years, 10 years, right? So we are pretty much we are pretty much there. So it's a huge welcome thing for ART to come, and definitely larger chains who are following all those guidelines, ethics, transparency will get largely benefited, and as Kshitiz also told and Kiran, that will get a huge trust from the people, like, which was a bit missing for this industry because of a lot of not so great practices, I would say.
Very, very interesting to hear all of you coming out in support of that.